What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I finally got another off day and the videos are still super behind. So before I buy, sell, trade more of my bikes, I'm gonna go through in one video and show you the 4 that I currently have. Well, 3 and some change, ones and pieces. Show you the 3 that I currently have, the plans for them for the future, and what's going on basically right now. So let's get into it. So here we are. I think you can see the 3 bikes behind me. We have my BMW, my 1R6, my KTM, and then my other R6 is still in pieces. So the other R6 is stuff with the powder coaters. We haven't scheduled a day for me to go up there yet. Zach's still out of town, so whatever. We'll get to that one soon. We're gonna start with what is my pride and joy, which is my 2017 R6. In the, I think it's immense silver or white or whatever the color combo it is. I know they only made this color combo in 2017. This is a specific one I wanted. I've had this bike for about a month now, and I legitimately haven't ridden any of the other bikes since I got it. So a lot of people, I think, would think this is my pride and joy. This is my 2014 BMW HP4, and it was when I bought it. I've had this bike since December, and the short version behind the HP4, I bought it because my dad had one when I was like 21 or 22, and I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Now that I've got it, I don't really enjoy it all that much. It's not that fun on the roads here, so I think I'm actually going to be listing that one for sale here pretty soon, but we'll see. So we'll start with the not the HP4. We'll start with the R6. 2017, like I said, this one has I think 10,000 miles on it now. I've put about 1,000 on it since I got it. So yeah, like 10, we're at like 10.4. And it is bone stock, and I mean bone stock. I've started ordering parts for it. You can see over there on my toolbox, I have a carbon fiber rear seat cover. I have mirror delete plates for it. And then here soon, we're gonna do exhaust. I think it's Baus Racing is how you say it. I'm not really sure. B-A-U-C-E, check them out. We're gonna do their ECU flash, and this is going to be the bike that I plan on taking to the track with a few of my friends here soon, but we'll get into that in another video too. But this is going to be my new pretty much daily rider and track bike. So this is basically going to be the new build on the channel, along with the old R6. I basically bought an old one because they were my favorite bike, and the new one is like, this is just the most fun bike I've ever been on. I'm like super comfortable on it. It's fun and easy to ride. I just feel better on this bike. So yeah, this is basically going to be my new main bike. It's probably the one you see on the channel mostly in vlogs and stuff like that. But it's stock, so we'll have to do a build on it and do some cool stuff, because right now it's just super boring. So this one is 2017 KTM 390 Duke. This one is also basically stock. It has frame sliders. I put the windscreen on it and the handguards, and that's pretty much it. The KTM was originally, I bought it to be a daily commuter. My new job, I thought I was going to be in the Destin store. Turns out I'm not. I'm in the Fort Walton store. So this one's just kind of been sitting. Also quite a fun bike to ride. It's really nimble. Obviously, they're not very fast. Like 80 mile an hour is pretty much the most it does comfortably. But it is a fun bike to ride. So, this one's got like the nice Digi-Dash and stuff. This one has, I think, like, 9,100 miles on it. I've put about 1,300 miles on it since I bought it. But I haven't been riding it a lot lately. But it's cool. This is the first like newer tech bike that I've had, and it's got a lot of cool bells and whistles. They seem to be really popular bikes for people to look up content on, because there's not a lot out there on them. And the guys that have been doing stuff on them seem to be getting some good interaction. So I might keep it, I might not. I have a buddy who's looking for a bigger bike, so I might sell it to him. But more than likely, that one will also leave in the next few months. And then we'll get to the big daddy. This is a 2014 BMW HP4. This is basically like the S1000RR's bigger brother. Pretty much everything on this bike is carbon fiber or titanium or some variation of something crazy. So this bike has, I think, like 5,800 miles on it. Not a whole lot. I don't know. I think you have to start this one to get the screen up. Nope, there it goes. Yeah, 5921. And I've only put probably 130 miles on it or less. So this bike, when I bought it from BMW Bike Collector, who bought it from a really good friend of his friend of his who was an instructor. So this one does have some, it's not perfect. There's some imperfections in the paint in the tank, which you can see right here from it being on the track. It does have this quick action gas cap thing though that's really slick. This one hasn't been dropped, but it fell over in the trailer and was leaning up against the wall. So like the bike's fine, but the frame slider took some damage and the exhaust took some damage right here. But I have new brackets and stuff for it. I just haven't put them on yet. So yeah, this is the BMW though. This thing has a nice aftermarket comfort gel seat in it. And then we have truck. Then we have down there in those boxes, I have all the OEM stuff. So I have the stock seat, stock fender, all that. Because this thing has a really slick taillight setup. It has this really cool integrated taillight and really awesome titanium or billet aluminum, I'm not really sure, bracket for the license plate that I don't have on this bike because I don't have plates on any of the bikes. That's pretty much it. This bike is almost all stock. I mean, there's not a whole lot done to it. Frame sliders. It's got like frame sliders. I'm pretty sure the Akrapovic titanium system is what comes stock on these. Pretty sure these are stock. It has like Light Tech chain adjusters on it. Sorry, just drawing a blank. And then it's got levers on it, and I put Light Tech mirror delete plates on it, and that's pretty much it. These things are pretty much ready to rock out of the box. I mean, there's not a whole lot on these bikes. It's not insane. For those of you guys that don't know, so this one's a 2014, which is, I think they started making this in 12? Maybe it was 14 was the first year. I don't know. The S1000R started in like 2010 or 11. This thing has 4 different modes. It's got like wheelie control, traction control, ABS. It has dynamic dampening control. It has fully electronic front forks. It's got adjustable brake bias for the front right here. Built-in lap timer, heated grips. Like, it's got a lot of bells and whistles for 2014. But it's just kind of nuts. I don't know if it's just me not being comfortable on a leader bike or it's this leader bike because it's insane. I love looking at it in the garage, but I don't really have a whole lot of fun riding it. Not like I do the R6. The R6 I'm way more comfortable and I like it way more. So, yeah. All the bikes I have right now are pretty much stock except for the one that's in pieces. You know, there's the engine on my other R6. There's all the cool bits for it. The frame's off getting powder coated. There's some cool new headlights that have demon eyes and stuff in them. The 07 R6 is the one I have that's like basically heavily modified. What I've started doing is realized if you buy bikes modified, 9 times out of 10, they're either not done the way you want them, or they're not done properly, or they're like hacked, or they've just been beat up, whatever the case may be. So I've been trying to buy bikes that are all stock and do it myself, so I kind of have a clean slate to work with. But I don't really have any intentions, like I said, to modify either one of these two. This is for sure getting sold, like 100%. It's going to get listed probably in like the next 2 weeks. If you know anybody that wants one, hit me up. They don't pop up for sale very often. When I do, they're usually quite expensive. The only other 2 that I can find for sale right now are north of 16,000, and they have almost double the miles that this bike has. The only thing really wrong with this bike, like I said, is the frame slider, not like melted stuff right there, and the exhaust. But I have a brand new carbon fiber bracket for this, so this will go away. It'll have some scratches, and I have brand new frame sliders for it. This bike was like this when I bought it, and it came with it. I just never put the new ones on because it doesn't really bother me. At the end of the day, it is a motorcycle, and I plan on tracking it. So, KTM, same thing. Like I said, probably not going to do a whole lot with that one right now. Debating whether I'm going to keep it or not. If I decide to keep it, we'll modify it, and we'll turn that into like the stunt bike or something. This thing is going to be around for a while. You can expect to see a lot of videos on the channel about this bike and that 07 R6. For those of you that don't know, if you look back on my channel, I'm doing a build series right now, Busted R6 Rebuild Series. Episode 3 of that should be out before this vlog, actually. So episode 3 should have already dropped. We're working on 4, 5, and 6, just waiting on the powder coater. Once we get the frame back, it's full tilt. Every off day, I want that bike back together. I love that thing. So, yeah. We'll launch a build series on this thing here soon. Probably get rid of these 2, and that means we'll be looking for something else. So, yeah. It was kind of the bikes that I've got in the house right now. The only one that's probably going to stay around for now is the R6s, but is what it is, right? Why do I need 4 motorcycles? I don't get to ride as much. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't get to ride as much as I was, at least not film it. So, like I pretty much take one of the bikes to work at least 3 or 4 days a week, but I don't want to film the same thing over and over. So I don't have as much free time right now. So the videos will slow down, but we'll pump them out whenever we can. We'll catch you guys in the next one.